Hey everyone, and welcome back to Nova Animal Rescues. Today, we're sharing a truly powerful story, one that reminds us why every single life matters. This isn't just about saving an animal. It's about hope, resilience, and the incredible impact a little compassion can have. So grab a tissue, because this is the story of a tiny kitten's desperate plea for help, and the brave rescuers who answered. In a quiet neighborhood, amidst the everyday sounds of life, something different began to echo through the air. It wasn't the usual playful meow of a curious kitten or the contented purr of a well-fed feline. No, this was a sound that pierced through the normalcy, a faint, agonizing cry, a desperate plea for help that seemed to whisper through the streets. For a local passerby, this sound wasn't just background noise. It was an urgent distress signal. They heard it, truly heard it, and knew instinctively that something was terribly wrong. Without hesitation, they made the call that would set a chain of events in motion, reaching out to us, Nova Animal Rescues. When our team arrived, the air was thick with anticipation and concern. The initial reports were vague: a kitten in distress, an unknown location, but the urgency in the caller's voice was clear. We began to search, eyes scanning every shadow, every corner of the alley, listening intently, trying to pinpoint the source of that heartbreaking sound. The alley itself was a jumble of forgotten things, discarded furniture, broken bricks, and piles of wood. It was a place where things were often left behind, forgotten, but we weren't going to forget this little one. The faint cries grew stronger as we moved deeper, a tiny, fragile beacon guiding us through the debris. And then we saw her, beneath a precarious pile of wood and trash. Nestled amidst the forgotten detritus of human activity was a sight that instantly squeezed our hearts. A tiny kitten, barely more than a fluff of fur, lay trembling. Her small body was racked with agony, her cries now a soft, continuous whimper. Her fur, once likely soft and pristine, was matted and tangled, caked with dirt and grime. She was weak, almost unresponsive, and it was immediately obvious that one of her delicate legs was badly injured, twisted at an unnatural angle, swollen and clearly causing immense pain. It looked as though she had been trapped for an unknown amount of time, or perhaps even worse, had been hit by something. The fear in her wide, unblinking eyes was palpable, a testament to the suffering she had endured. For our rescuers, the message was clear: time was not on our side. Every second counted. This wasn't just a rescue. It was a race against the clock to save a life teetering on the edge. The gravity of the situation settled over us, fueling our determination to bring this little fighter to safety. We knew we had to act fast, but we also had to act carefully, ensuring we cause no further harm to her fragile body. The moment of discovery quickly transitioned into a delicate and urgent rescue operation. Our team, experienced and compassionate, knew that haste could be as dangerous as inaction. With gloved hands and specialized tools, they began the meticulous process of moving the heavy debris that had trapped the tiny creature. Every piece of wood, every broken brick was carefully lifted and set aside with painstaking precision. We worked slowly, deliberately, not wanting to startle the kitten further or exacerbate her injuries. We spoke in soft, reassuring tones, trying to convey a sense of safety and calm, even though her little body was trembling uncontrollably. As the last pieces of debris were gently removed, revealing her fully, the kitten let out a soft cry. It was a sound that resonated deeply, almost as if she understood she was finally free. A tiny, fragile thank you whispered on the wind. Her body was limp, exhausted from fear and pain, but when she looked up, her eyes, though clouded with suffering, still held a flicker of hope, a will to survive. Gently, so very gently, she was scooped up and wrapped in a warm, soft towel, cocooned against the harshness of the world she had known. The relief was palpable, but the journey wasn't over. This was just the first step. Without a moment to spare, she was rushed to the Nova Rescue Center, where our veterinary team was already on standby, ready to provide the emergency treatment she so desperately needed. The race to save her life had begun. Upon her arrival at the Nova Rescue Center, the gravity of her condition was immediately apparent. Our dedicated veterinary team sprang into action, their expertise and compassion shining brightly. The kitten, so fragile and small, was carefully examined. Her leg was indeed badly injured, and she was dehydrated and malnourished, a clear indication that she hadn't eaten for days. But even in her weakened state, there was a spark, a resilience that hinted at her fighting spirit. The first priority was to clean her matted fur and her wounds, which were infected and painful. Our vets worked with incredible tenderness, gently cleansing away the grime and applying antiseptic to prevent further complications. Then came the delicate task of treating the infection with antibiotics and providing much-needed fluids through an IV to combat her severe dehydration. She was too weak to eat on her own, so our caregivers began the slow process of syringe feeding her nutrient-rich milk, drop by precious drop. It was a painstaking effort, requiring patience and constant vigilance. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, she began to respond. The fluids brought a tiny bit of color back to her gums, and the warmth of the incubator began to soothe her trembling. Each day brought a small, yet significant, step forward. A faint purr, almost imperceptible, when one of her caregivers gently stroked her head. A weak meow when she saw a familiar face approaching with food. These small signs were monumental to us, confirming what we already suspected. This little kitten was a fighter, a true survivor. Her determination, even in the face of such adversity, was an inspiration to us all. She was slowly but surely taking back her life, one tiny, hopeful step at a time. As the days turned into weeks, the transformation in our little fighter was nothing short of miraculous. The initial fear and pain that had defined her early days began to recede, replaced by a blossoming spirit. The veterinary team continued their diligent work, ensuring her wounds healed perfectly and her leg regained its strength. It was a slow, arduous process, but her unwavering spirit made every effort worthwhile. And then the true magic began. The once broken little kitten started to move, to explore, to play. Her first wobbly steps were met with cheers from the staff, a testament to her incredible recovery. Her fur, once matted and dull, grew back soft, shiny, and vibrant, reflecting the health returning to her body. She discovered the joy of toys, batting at strings, and chasing feather wands with a newfound energy that delighted everyone who witnessed it. But perhaps the most heartwarming change was her burgeoning affection. She loved to cuddle, seeking out warm laps and purring loudly, a continuous rumbling testament to her happiness and trust. It was during this period of incredible healing and growth that our team decided to give her a name that perfectly encapsulated her journey and her unwavering spirit. We named her Hope because despite everything she had endured, despite the agonizing pain and the bleak outlook, she never, ever gave up. She held on to that tiny flicker of hope, and it guided her through the darkest of times, proving that even when everything seems lost, there is always a chance for a new beginning. Hope's journey was a powerful reminder of resilience, reminding us all that with enough love and care, even the most fragile lives can bloom. And so, Hope's incredible journey from the brink of despair to a vibrant, happy life reached its most beautiful chapter, a happy ending. Her story, shared with our amazing community, touched countless hearts. People were moved by her resilience, by her fight, and by the sheer determination she showed in overcoming such immense pain. Among the many who followed her progress was a kind and loving family. They saw her story, they saw her spirit, and they fell in love instantly. For them, Hope wasn't just a rescue. She was a symbol of strength and a perfect addition to their home. Today, Hope is no longer a trembling, injured kitten hidden beneath debris. She is a beloved member of a family, living a life filled with joy and comfort. Her days are now spent chasing after toys with playful abandon, her once injured leg fully recovered and strong. She loves to nap in sunbeams, finding the perfect warm spots for her afternoon slumber, utterly content and at peace. And perhaps most wonderfully, her cries of agony have been replaced by the soft, rumbling purrs of pure happiness, a continuous melody of contentment as she cuddles in warm, loving arms. Her journey is a profound testament to the power of compassion, to the incredible difference a few caring individuals can make. It's all thanks to the unwavering dedication of those who cared enough to listen, who answered her desperate plea, and who refused to give up on her. Hope's story reminds us that every animal deserves a chance, and that kindness truly can transform a life. What an incredible journey for Hope, wouldn't you agree? Her story truly embodies the spirit of what we do here at Nova Animal Rescues. It's a powerful reminder that every life has value, and that with a little compassion, we can achieve amazing things. If Hope's story touched your heart as much as it touched ours, please consider giving this video a big thumbs up. Your likes help us reach more people and continue our vital work. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss another heartwarming rescue story from us. We're always working hard to give every animal a second chance, and your support means the world. Thank you for watching, for caring, and for being a part of our rescue family. See you next time.